Hello, my friends, and welcome to your week. My name is Patricia Herreras, and I welcome you to Fearless Light Guidance. This is going to be your weekly energies for August 5th through the 11th, and I'm gonna go right into the message from Spirit because we have, as you know, Mercury going retrograde. We just had the new moon in Leo, and today Mercury stations to its retrograde to slow everything down, to mess with your life a little bit, and to really give you those moments to pause and reflect, renew your energy, reevaluate some things that could come back around for you to take a second, third, fourth look at them. But I'm getting a really strong message of disconnecting to reconnect. And, there's a lot of cards here speaking about transitions and temporary pauses that are bringing some sort of change that we're only going to see really manifest itself through the month of September, because right now everything is slowing down again so that we could have some stronger judgment on certain decisions that we want to make or things that we want to bring forth. There is a moment of judgment here, and we will talk about that here with the cards. So we start with the themes. I like getting the themes for the week, and we have this card of disconnecting, detaching from the 3D world, the rat race, and taking time to really connect to your spirit, your soul, your higher self. Okay, there are messages that are wanting to come in, and really the priority this week is to remain or to prioritize your peace. Okay, your sense of peacefulness. Now we get the card of seasons, and this card talks about adapting to the changes. There are things that seem like we are in between worlds. Okay, it seems like we are going through some shifts that are bringing changes in our lives that are definitely necessary. They're definitely meant. And through that, you have the card of Mother Yourself, which is really suggesting to do some inner child healing and work. And I've been talking about that because we are in Leo season, and Leo season rules the heart and the inner child. So there is a lot of this practicing self-love and self-care and treating your body like a sanctuary and a vessel that it is to your soul, and finding that home, feeling at home within yourself, feeling good in your own skin, feeling like you belong because you do. Okay, so we also have the card of the rise, and I feel like some of you may be moving homes, maybe something physically happening here that is definitely bringing changes. You might have been feeling disconnected, distracted. And what I love about Mercury retrograde, and I know a lot of people just fear it, it's that being able to slow down our thought process and really dive in deep to the heart and to how we feel more than what we're thinking. So we have the card of the rise, and this talks about meditation and finding ways to raise our vibration, our energy. Okay, how we are, what we are putting out to the world. Okay, so meditation is really important right now. Also physical movement, the exertion of any sort of like tension, stress. Okay, because you are in this very pivotal moment of Lion's Gate, and I'm going to talk about that. We have the portal, the 8-8 portal, August 8th this week, and it's a very powerful moment of manifestation. We get this card of 1111, which shows a portal opening up, and there is this very great opportunity to connect to a greater sense of opportunity, potential, creating without limitation. Okay, so this is releasing the overthinking, which I was talking about, letting that go, like really, disconnecting from the part of you that is like sometimes driving you crazy, and to really know that you are co-creating and that your thoughts are so important, and the way that you feel is really the key to be able to manifest. You know how you hear that, you manifest the vibration that you are, the frequency that you're in. Okay, so let's go into the tarot. We have a card of transition. We begin with the Six of Swords. And this is a card of moving away from tension and conflict, and also letting ourselves be guided, knowing that we are exactly where we're meant to be. This is prioritizing our inner peace, our peace of mind, okay? Because it's moving away from scenarios where you may feel like somebody wants to win, the power struggles, the trying to dominate, the manipulation, the gossip, the envy, the trying to have the last word, all those things. Okay, this is the moving away from that and really prioritizing your peace, and knowing that when you remove yourself from situations, you are able to gain a new perspective on them. And this is exactly what this is entailing. Now we have the King of Swords showing up this week, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy at its top. And this is that mental energy. This is the intelligence. This is, wanting to do things so logically. But, this card is really following our instincts. This is more about feeling and allowing spirit to guide us. And this is more about being in the state of, we want to still listen to what our mind has to say. We want to be, really intelligent. We want to be decisive. We want to express ourselves clearly. And we have with it the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so this could be that you are wanting to move on some projects or some financial things, and you have the opportunity and you are taking the like the first steps or the measures. You are investing, and this is saying like you really need to prioritize what is of great value to you at this moment. This is not a moment to really dismiss yourself and your time for nurturing yourself, or caring too much mentally about what is happening around you. This is wanting you to really observe within. This could have to do with finance, career, anything that has to do with the 3D world. And Spirit is definitely guiding us this week to disconnect from that. You have two cards here that bring really important messages about meditation and reconnecting to your sense of faith. Okay, because we have here the Judgment card and the Hierophant. So the Judgment card talks about situations that we could have been dragging along, the past revisiting us, second chances. This could be talking about like really observing a situation and seeing if we want to nip it in the bud, or do we want to continue choosing that, moving forward. And this may have to do with your sense of value, your morals, your sense of faith, like what you've learned, because the Hierophant talks about, this higher learning, this really connecting to your higher self and the knowledge and the powerful wisdom that comes from our connection with spirit. Okay, so the Judgment card is calling, it's almost like a wake-up call. It's like, what is really calling to you right now? What are you being called to do? Are you feeling like, you have to make a decision, because judgment time is here. And with the Hierophant, this could be talking about really important situations, commitments, relationships, marriages, things that you are wanting to take to the next level. So it's really important to not really think about it so much, but really feel it through. What are you being called to do? Okay. Now we have a little bit of extra guidance that I pulled, and unknown territory came through. Okay, and these are the moments where we need to connect to that wisdom and knowledge that we've gained through situations that we've been through. Okay, what have you learned so far? And this is what's going to guide you in this unknown territory and these temporary changes and these moments of transition. It's really knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be, and not resisting so hard when you are seeing that you're being guided to remove or to move or to change and shift and do something else. And it's really important that you don't attach yourself to certain outcomes. This is really connecting to your faith here. Now the Traveling Lightly card shows up, and this reminds me a lot of the Fool card. And the Fool card talks about having a sense of optimism and, releasing all this heaviness and this baggage. I feel like, you've been asked in the last couple of weeks through my readings to clear the air and really put your cards down on the table and make sure that you ask for what you want. But this right now, this week, is very reflective. It's not like that at all. This is about simplifying things. This is about letting go of what no longer serves you, okay? Because we're starting a new cycle of 6 months with the new moon in Leo, okay? So this is going to go all the way to February. Now we have the card in the flow, and this is just, literally being in the flow of things. This is not about doing and being in the masculine. This is more about the feminine energy, allowing, receiving, being creative. And really this is saying that things are kind of like smooth sailing, even though you will encounter moments of, miscommunication and your technology and conversations being kind of odd and bringing things out in you, and maybe even triggers from the past, and maybe even people from the past coming back. Now this is all to bring us to this point of allowing us to see how strong we are, okay? Because so many times we feel like we get tested in life, and we get the same thing over and over happen, and it's kind of like a pattern, and it could be like, oh, here we go, it's another cycle of the same thing. And you're really being guided to see not so much like how far you've come and how resilient you are, but also to see how strong you are and how decisive you can be now that you've been through all of that. Okay, so I hope that this message serves you for this week. I send you fearless light and love. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you very soon. Take care.